Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ministry of Tourism special interview program, Tourism One-on-One, where we explore topical issues affecting the tourism sector as we tackle the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm Kingsley Roberts, your host, and with me today is the Director of Tourism, Mr. Donovan White. Good day, Donovan.
Hi, Kingsley.
So we continue our discussion today as it relates to the role JTB played in the COVID-19 fight initially,
Right.
and you continue to do. So tell us, Director, how has the JTB been working along with airlines specifically?
That has been a constant of a constant exercise on a daily basis. To be fair, our airline partners have stood by us. They have their own challenges, and while we have seen a reduction in the seat capacity offered to the destination since we reopened, and that is purely because of demand. As you and your viewers know, airline doesn't fly their seats anywhere to make a loss. Mm-hmm. So if there's no demand, then you're going to lose seats. But what we have seen since the start of winter, which was December last year, is a constant review, almost on a weekly basis. We have seen a reopening of gateways back to us, especially from the United States. And they have all our airline partners in the U.S., from American to Delta, United, Southwest, JetBlue, Frontier, have all committed seats to the destination for 2021, a significant amount of seats. Not yet at the level we were at in 2019, but significantly more than we had anticipated for 2021. And that's not simply because I believe with the presence of more vaccines, mm-hmm. and the pace at which, especially the United States, are vaccinating its citizens, there's a level of confidence being built back into the travel space that is beginning to bring demand back with it. And so that's encouraging for tourism and certainly encouraging for Jamaica.
All right, so talk to us now about the engagement of travel agents. Mm-hmm. How is that done and how is that going now? That
has been where we have tried to butter, as they say, butter your bread or get your bread buttered. We have a committed group of travel agents that we call the Jamaica Travel Specialists that are across the US and Canada, of about 32,000 travel agents that are qualified Jamaica sellers, which means that we have trained them, we have certified them, and they sell Jamaica as one of their primary destinations. Mm-hmm. What we have done during the pandemic from as early as March last year is our team does weekly webinars with our travel agent, and webinars allow them to see and understand what's happening in the destination, talk to our partners, our hoteliers, our attractions, our transportation people, do education sessions, do fun engagement sessions, really keep them engaged and keep them enticed with selling Jamaica. That has gone extremely well. They are our frontline marketers, to be very honest, because it's their client, it's their recommendation to their client that determines whether or not you get the visitor. And so our relationship with them has been phenomenal. We have actually started since September of last year to redo our farm trips. So we've been bringing small groups of travel agents down, groups of 10, groups of 12, and take them around the country, take them to the hotels, let them see the protocols at work, let them see the airport, how seamless it is to move through. Since we've started to do the re-entry testing going back, we've had some down that has had the privilege of being tested in Jamaica, so they see the process. What that does is it gives them the opportunity to speak from a first-hand perspective when they're talking to their clients and selling them vacation. And so we've really been focused on that. As I said, they are our frontline salespeople, and we treat them with impeccable amount of respect and standards.
So how have you been leveraging digital media?
Digital media has been, I said, in our last conversation that, we had started a transition some three and a half years ago from traditional media to a greater mix of that includes digital and social. The digital space, let me talk social first. Social space has been extremely active for us. We have created the Visit Jamaica landing or handle for all our social platforms right across the board. And they're all global pages. So wherever you are in the world, you can access it. What we did during the lockdowns, especially during the lockdowns, was, I thought, a stroke of genius by our marketing team, where we were able to create engagement tactics. We had the Escape to Jamaica, we had Chill Like a Jamaican, we had what we call virtual walk-in tours. But more importantly, in the Escape to Jamaica and in the Escape to Jamaica program, what we did was create different content. Included, we had chefs on that could cook like a Jamaican, so we helped people who were locked in at home to cook like a Jamaican. We made cocktails. We had dance parties with DJs. DJ Delano was one of our favorite DJs, not by us, but by the people who were at home. We had engagement from Brazil, all of South America, Africa, Asia, Europe, the United States, Canada. People were coming on and just having a blast. What it did more than anything else, though, it gave us an opportunity to engage and to stay engaged and to sell Jamaica from a whole different perspective, and then to allow people to what we call wanderlust about when they start traveling again. So now is the time when we're trying to pull through the funnel a lot of that demand that we've created over the months that people were in lockdown, because we stay engaged. So we expect that we will begin to see that social media space playing a greater role. In the digital space, what we've done is we have planted our brand and our marketing tools deep in the digital space by doing media buys with platforms like Google, AdSense, and so on, that allows us to serve content, or to serve our advertising, or to serve our destination content. When someone searches for, I think right now we have about 2,000 search words for Jamaica. So there's up to 2,000 things you could type in that will bring you a Jamaica piece of content, or a Jamaica ad, or travel to Jamaica, or so that enables us to stay active in the digital space. One, two, to stay active in the social space. But combining the two, it allows us to just create this funnel of demand that all we now have to do is to go on top now, which is to go back traditional, which is what we're doing now, to go to TV and radio, and to really force the conversation. Now, if you're looking for travel, which people are, that the search for Jamaica is so much easier and easier to access.
All right, interesting. So talk to us now about Rediscover Jamaica. How did JTB go about developing that campaign?
Well, for years, the JTB has always done a campaign called Experience Jamaica, which was targeted to Jamaicans at home and Jamaicans in the diaspora. This year we wanted, last year, because of COVID, we felt we needed to shake it up and change it up a bit, and to make it even more attractive. So we went into our usual enclave or team, and we came up with this Rediscover Jamaica. And Rediscover because so many people were at home, didn't go anywhere for months, was working from home, or just couldn't go anywhere. And there are so many people who haven't experienced a lot of what the tourism product has to offer for some time. So we felt, why not invite people to rediscover their country? There's a lot of Jamaicans who would travel overseas in the summer months for vacation, but they couldn't travel this year because flights weren't flying, planes weren't flying, destinations weren't open. And so we felt, we could really do some great things if we engaged Jamaicans in a different kind of way. And then we got our partners, which are the hoteliers and the attractions, to really come on board, and everybody came on 100% and provided the right discount values, you know, the right engagement tactics and so on, to really bring the program to life. And the third thing we did with that campaign that really, I thought, made it work is, for the first time, we involved the local travel agents. Okay. So these are Jamaican travel agents and travel agencies who sell travel overseas, but they weren't getting any business.
Okay.
So we made it a fulsome, a full linkage opportunity that brought the travel agents, the hotels, the attractions, and the marketing, and put it all together, and it was a smashing success. All the research that we have done suggests that the take-up of hotel rooms in Jamaica by Jamaicans between July and January of this year was up some 35% or 34%. And that's phenomenal. And that is really down to Rediscover Jamaica.
So how difficult was it then to roll that out in the middle of a pandemic?
You know, again, the power of the internet has been our greatest friend. We also did a lot of local media buying. So we bought television, we did a bit of radio, we did some outdoors, out of home, to really position the message first and foremost. And then, you know, the viral took it over after that, because people started to share their own Rediscover Jamaica experience via Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and it just took off, and people start saying, well, I would love to go there, I'd never been there, I want to go there. And all of a sudden, every weekend became an outing for families and for couples and individuals. And we saw it in the hotels, we saw it, you know, at the beaches and so on. So it has been a fantastic thing, but I think more importantly, what it has done is it has allowed Jamaicans to help us at the tourist board to sell Jamaica overseas because of social media. So it's all a connected loop right now. We feel we're at the center of the web, trying to connect all the pieces of that puzzle to try and bring our tourism product back, which is our number one economic driver.
So how has the pandemic now impacted your major initiatives?
It certainly has impacted, it certainly has set off the rails our goals. And the goal of the ministry was to achieve, 5 by 5 by 5 million visitors, 5 billion revenues over 5 years, which should have come to an end 2021. So this year was our year to hit 5 million and 5 billion. So that has been set back. In 2019, we were on our way. We were at 4.6 million visitors and some 3.7.5 billion in revenues. We probably would have still been slightly off on revenues, even if we didn't have a pandemic, but we certainly would have made, I believe, the 5 million in terms of visitors. I think now we have to reimagine where we are. We have to reimagine what the next 5 years will look like. It's a new world. There are some new normals that we have to begin to, we have to continue to reshape the destination to meet and to exceed. I think we're still in that think tank, if you will, in terms of the ministry leading the way through the minister, of course, on his vision as to where we will be in 5 years, 10 years. As an industry, and what are some of the new phenomena that we are going to try to embrace to get us to that place.
So tell us now, what are some of the initiatives that JTB will be rolling out this year, 2021?
This
is despite the pandemic.
Oh, absolutely. We have, like I said, we haven't stopped working. We right now, as we are speaking, our team and our agency and the production crew are actually in the destination filming a suite of luxury properties and experiences to create the newest element of our marketing, which will be Jamaica Luxury. We have some really fantastic luxury opportunities and experiences, as well as bespoke vacation opportunities that we want to bring to the fore, because because it's such a very specific market around luxury. We've never really captured it so much in our mass marketing, and there's a segment of the international marketplace that deals only with luxury, and we haven't been able to play in that marketplace as well and as functional as we want to be. So we're definitely on track for that. We just finished our new brand campaign, which was 2019, just before the pandemic. We've now shot new destination commercials and new content material, which are now ready to roll out. And we are also going to be rolling out a lot of that new content right across our digital channels and social media channels as well. We are being extremely aggressive this year in preparation for the next big winter season, which would start December of this year. So we're building into that. We see a lot of demand and expectation in Europe, particularly in the UK, and also in places like Germany, where we have flights coming from Switzerland, Belgium, Amsterdam, where we will have flights coming from for the summer this year. So we are excited that as those countries begin to accelerate their own vaccination, the level of demand that will happen for travel coming out of that. We already have secured airlift capacity to bring those passengers to the destination. So our team, like I said, has been extremely aggressive. The next thing that we will focus on this year is to diversify our visitors. We get 68% of our visitors from the United States. It's a huge amount. It's our biggest market. It's our most connected market in terms of airlift. But we feel that there's a market in Latin America and South America, as well as in parts of Southeast Asia, that we can begin to tap into, and so we are aggressively kind of putting back the pieces of that, because we had started doing that in late 2019 before the pandemic. So we're putting back those pieces together. Those markets will probably come back more in 2022, but we have to do the work this year. So we are well positioned. We are well equipped. We have been well supported by the government of Jamaica in terms of allowing us to have the funding we need to continue to position and market the destination internationally, to bring the business back, as I say, because it's our number one economic activity and contributes almost 10% of our GDP. So directly. So we're aware of that, and we're aware of the importance that tourism plays.
Okay, great. That brings us to the end of our program. Thanks for joining us today, Director.
No problem at all.
And we look forward to having you back on set soon.
All right, man.
Thanks to our viewers for tuning in. Take care and see you soon.